Surah al-Baqarah, whose name is taken from the verse contained in this surah, the heifer, tells one of the stories of the children of Israel. In addition, many other stories of the children of Israel are elaborated at length. In fact, almost the entire Surah al-Baqarah contains stories about them. Although some of them are israiliyyat stories, but from here it can be a lesson for mankind not to repeat the bad behavior exemplified by the children of Israel and become a better person. This video will reveal how the children of Israel encountered the test of pleasure and their response to it. The Quran records well how the children of Israel and their behavior. It includes general messages, first of all, reminding them of the many favors and bounties of Allah that they had received, and then demanding their promises and commitments. Bani Israel, the many favors became the reason for turning away. The word favor in Surah al-Baqarah verse 40 based on Wabar az-Zahili's opinion is isim jins, which has a singular form, but has a plural meaning. This means that the favors referred to by Allah are all the pleasures that have been given to the children of Israel. Among other things, it is told in Quran Surah al-Baqarah 49-65 that Allah saved them through Moses' rod that split the sea, from the pursuit of Pharaoh's army. They disbelieved. When Moses ascended Mount Sinai to receive the 10 Commandments, they apostatized by worshipping a calf. Escaping the pursuit of Pharaoh, they reached the Promised Land. They were told to enter the Bayt al-Maqdis with tawadu, but they refused and instead replaced the commandment with what should not be done. After that, many bad scenes of the Bani Israel were recounted by the Quran. Through Moses' staff, Allah provided them with water from a rock that was broken and produced 12 springs. Allah shaded them from the sun and fed them with manna, a type of honey, and salwa, a type of quail. Instead, they became ravenous, demanding vegetables, cucumbers, garlic, fennel nuts and shallots. Some of them were greedy and violated the sanctity of the Sabbath. They were greedy for wealth and Allah cursed them to become despicable apes. Based on the many blessings bestowed upon the children of Israel, it can be understood that they had a disposition and nature, never feeling grateful and even continuously disobeying Allah. They did not even care about His warnings, and the promises they had made were broken. Breaking the covenant with Allah. The children of Israel are recorded in the Quran as the people who most often break promises, break commitments, and distort facts. Ibn Kathir, quoting Ibn Abbas, said from Ibn Ishaq and several other scholars, that when Prophet Moses set out to fight the unjust rulers, he ordered his people to appoint a leader for each tribe. The aim was to take promises from all of them. Among these promises are found in the Quran Surah al-Baqarah verses 41-48 and verses 83-84. The promise was not just any promise, but there was a reciprocity between Allah and them. If they give their pledge of allegiance to Allah and they fulfill it, then Allah also gives them a promise of multiple rewards. However, due to the nature of the children of Israel, they later broke their promises to Allah. One of the promises they broke was to disobey the Quran, even though they had previously asked for a prophet. The fact that they did not fulfill their promise was partly due to fear, anxiety and unwillingness to lose the scientific authority and leadership that they had. It is known that God favored the children of Israel from other tribes with more knowledge about the books of God. It's just that these advantages were not used for the positive. Rather, they were used for their own benefit and did not care that it was bad for others. Looking at the Bani Israel. A medium for self-introspection. How great the Quran is with stories that contain wisdom that can be drawn across time and space, from the time of the Prophet Adam and then also about the Bani Israel. These stories can be used as lessons for humans today. Because the attitude, mindset, and behavior, psychological condition, of humans will not change. If we are stuck on physical characteristics, it will be very easy for us to feel that the perpetrators of crimes in the Quran are just other people. But if we examine their psychological conditions, both their motivations and mindsets, we will be surprised that it is possible that the bad behavior repeatedly satirized in the Quran is our own. When we read and appreciate the Quran seriously, we can contemplate that the characteristics of the children of Israel are actually very relevant to the present, and maybe even if we realize, it turns out that what we read on each page is ourselves. How abundant the pleasures that Allah bestows upon us, but it makes us neglect and deny that it is all a gift from Allah, thus making ourselves a half-hearted servant to obey or even disobey Him. Indeed, when given a test of pleasure, it is easy for humans to be complacent and become kufar. The story of the children of Israel teaches us to always be grateful and praise Him. The favors that Allah gives should not make us arrogant, feel better, and even look down on others. It should be used as a means to be more enthusiastic about obeying and worshipping Him, not to disobey Him by turning away and denying Him. 4. Did we not take an oath of allegiance to Allah long ago? Before we were even born into the world,